saying actual Montana lesson, you need to stop there, because I look at these actual. Well, actually, you should go there. Yes, actually. You might be good. Oh, all right, let's make a list. Number one, let's see, what's the biggest flaw?
Not worth mentioning.
Not worth mentioning. Okay, so dismissing any talk of flawage. Okay, number two.
Lying about your flaws.
Lying about. Number one. Okay, and number three, just wrap it up.
Ignoring the flaws.
Ignoring the flaws. I'll give you one thing.
Yeah.
Okay, actual memos, here's we have some there. This goes out to everybody. To clarify any confusion, we do not accept raccoons in our facilities. Aid presented by animal control or any of the welfare groups. Please call management if you are being given a hard time about this issue. Okay. I have no idea where this is from or that they do not accept raccoons. So stop bringing in your raccoons. On Raccoon Day, you bring your old drugs, you know? Forget that. Now it's raccoon. Turn in your raccoon. Here's another one, because that wasn't very good. Not this. A Samsung U.S. cellular flip phone was found in the parking lot last week. It has been encased in snow and ice and run over. This can be claimed at Margaret E. Best. Better? Now we're getting at something. I get a lot of goose memos. Apparently a lot of people live in goose areas. Okay. I don't know if they're Russian geese or they take over areas and they throw out, they take over city halls and things. And people are afraid of them because they're pretty nasty. We're in a goose area, actually. Not only do they leave all these little cigar-like things around everywhere, but they're everywhere. I mean, they really, they're nasty if you walk past them. Very territorial. And I pay taxes for that park. Okay. Geese tax. Wildlife is a daily part of our campus. Unfortunately, there are times when commingling is easier than others. They change the subject there all of a sudden. As you enjoy the outdoors, be aware we're entering in the nesting stage of our geese population. I hate that stage. During this time, avoiding areas around the pond is advised. Geese are territorial animals, especially during nesting season. During this time, we have the likelihood for an increase in potential attacks. Attacking is the male goose's role, while protecting the female in the nest from perceived threats. I think it has nothing to do with that. It's just the way they are. I've seen them do that when there's like no females or nests, nothing around. Give me this, protective. Warning signs. If a goose sounds a warning, that is your signal to leave the area. Show no fear. Geese Geese are particularly attuned to body language. There's something I didn't know. Geese know body language. I'll give them a little body language next time I see them. And a show of fear may increase the intensity of the attack. Maintain eye contact. Geese have excellent vision and interpret loss of eye contact as an act of fear. How do they know this about what geese are thinking? I defy you to tell me what they do. I mean, there's no room for brains in the goose's head. Goose's head. It's plural. Stay calm, don't yell or try to hit the male goose. Why, who would do that? Try to hit the male goose. Doing so could cause the female to join the attack, and that you don't want. All right, you're talking about the male there.
No.
You don't want
the worst thing to happen.
Oh, that's the worst thing. Walk slowly backwards if the goose hisses at you, or it spreads its wings. Spreads its wings. Never turn your back on the attacking goose. Oh, many have learned that two ways, I'm afraid. If a goose flies at your face, I can't read this, I'm crying. It's so intense. If a goose flies at your face, you'll be facing the goose. To make it easier, I guess. I mean, if they fly at your face and they see the back of your head instead, they really dangerous. If the goose flies at your face, continue facing the goose and slowly back away at a 90-degree angle from the goose. So that would be backing up.
Slowly I turn.
Step by step. Shouldn't you really turn your head before backing up? You got to maintain eye contact and make a 90-degree turn.
Because if you're trying to get
I
the
can't
cover
even do this because I got this back thing going on. You just... Ow! God, I can't do that. I'm going to write this through with this guy. Okay. Slowly back away to 9-degree angle from the goose. How long does this last? Nesting season is mid-March to May. Geese will return to this exact site of the previous year's nest. Hatching and maturing lasts until mid-June to July. Geese will appear in pairs during the nesting season. Well, that's what it's all about. A solitary goose typically indicates that a nest is in the vicinity, and he, in quotes for some reason, I don't know why, is a standing guard. During the maturing time, the adult geese do not leave the area. Geese will attack humans while protecting their young, and it's getting a little redundant. You're going to be reading this while the goose is attacking your face out. Oh, I think that's the end of it. Yeah, well, thank you for those memos. They're very helpful. And if that's your flip phone, you don't want it back. Where can they send all communications? Or?
They can send all communications to whatdoyouknow@wpr.org. The subject line, all communications. Or they can go to notmuch.com and post it there. Or if they are stamp bound, they can mail things to 820. Stamp bound. 821 University Avenue, Madison, Wisconsin. Terrible, you know.
Okay, thanks. And by the way, to follow on Twitter, I'm at Mike Feldman on the Twitter page. Okay. How many of you have heard of tomato pies as opposed to pizza pies? How come I never heard about this? I didn't even know there was such a thing as a tomato pie until I ran into Salvatore's tomato pies in Sun Prairie. We got Patrick DePula here from there, Salvatore's tomato pies with tomato pies. And they are the most amazing things in the world. Where are they, though? There he is. Come on here. Get on here for a minute. Have a seat, Jerry. Well, something really smells great. Yeah. You're Patrick then, right?
Yes, I am.
And who's this young fella here?
This is my spiritual advisor, Johnny Knight.
Hey, Johnny Knight, spiritual advisor. Actually, now I do see his name come up in a lot of your web stuff and Facebook stuff. What is Johnny Knight to you?
Johnny Knight is a first and foremost a great friend, but also a very talented chef.
Yeah. Is he the one behind the whole tomato pie approach?
Sometimes he offers technical support.
Yeah.
Johnny, do you speak at all, or?
I prefer not to.
Magic 8 Ball was working. Okay, so you do a lot of actually heavy lifting in the cooking department. Your menu is absolutely astounding. I mean, this is not a pizza parlor.
Thank you very much.
This is sales, and this is amazing. You're a chef.
Yes, we are. We're very much a chef-driven restaurant. Very easy to look at pizza and think fast food. You know, the large companies have kind of commoditized that into such a thing over the course of the last 40 or 50 years.
Yeah.
But we kind of take it back to the, when things were handmade and local ingredients were used at the turn of the last century.
Yeah. And these things are amazing. You brought some. I didn't know this. So we're going to pass out samples. So we just you be patient. Anyone who storms the stage will not get. Tell us about some of the things you do
well, some of the things we do with our pizzas, we kind of view it as the center of the plate. So, any other restaurant would look at their plate and build their dishes around that, and essentially our pizza crust is the plate. So we're creating dishes that inspire us on the pizza crust. But the tomato pie in and of itself is something that I grew up with in Trenton, New Jersey, a long time ago. It's kind of a... That's tomato pie. Yep, that's the tomato pie. And a tomato pie is not a pizza, per se. It's built in reverse. So the main difference is the sauce goes on the top in a swirl, and the pizza itself is kind of built in reverse.
Quality control. I don't want anybody to get sure.
Okay. The ingredients, local ingredients for the most part.
Local ingredients. The cheese that we use on our tomato pies is there's 98 Wisconsin dairy farmers, 2/3 of which come from St. Louis County, provide the milk that create our cheese. And then we're also making other cheeses in-house. But, we're really proud of the farmers that we use, and we really think that, that's one of the things that makes St. County what it is. So.
And Heritage Pork, is that part of it?
Heritage Pork. We're proud to use Uphoff Family Farm in the town of Dunn, and we also use Fond du Lac, Berkshire, from the Fond du Lac area.
Should one fold it and do this? Isn't that New Jersey?
Absolutely, yes.
Trenton way to go. And you say no?
No, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So, and the reason it's called tomato pie is because an Italian pizza pomodoro is tomato pie, essentially. And in 1912, when this style of pizza was developed in Trenton, New Jersey, tomato pie was what it was called. It wasn't until much later when pizza supplanted that, and that's because, quite honestly, it cost less to create neon signs with less letters. So it went from tomato pies to pizza.
Do you know that to be true, or is that supposition?
No, that's true.
Have you spoke to a neon guy? And have you priced out neon signs? Is that why it's Sal instead of Salvatore?
Exactly. Yes.
And who is Salvatore?
Well, Salvatore is my son, so he's really the boss, but he's 6, so he's a terrible boss.
Yeah.
And,
long hours,
rather demanding,
Yeah.
He does. Great raise. The other day he said to Johnny, he said, "You get 2 pies." I don't know what that means, but
yeah. Did you bring your wheel with it? We got slices up to get around enough people, I guess. Don't you travel one on your belt?
No, I do not. No, I left the pizza utility belt back at the shop.
Yeah. And were you a chef back in New Jersey, or?
I grew up in and around restaurants, and so actually this is a second career for me. I had stopped working in restaurants when I was family restaurants when I was 16, so I spent a long time in technology and social work.
Yeah. Good background for tomato pies.
Yeah.
So, but then did you have actually training in as far as chefery and all that?
Nothing official. My mother, I cooked with her since I was 2, and like I said, my family had restaurants and grocery stores, so I've been around food all my life.
Yeah, because the venue is absolutely amazing. I mean, there are the pies, which are outstanding, better than any you'll ever have in your life. But I'm just saying to you right now, if you don't even think about having more pies in your life. But all these other dishes you make too. What are some of the other dishes that you make that are kind of signature dishes?
Well, we do a number of things. We make something called burrata, which is a soft Italian cheese, and so we're hand making the mozzarella from Wisconsin curd, and then inside that mozzarella is like a feathered cream. So it's a soft, fresh Italian cheese, and we serve that with roasted garlic and microgreens and some other things with warm bread from our friends at Salty Deli here in Madison, which I think they've also been on your show before.
Yeah.
And we also will create another dish involving a Wisconsin goat milk boucheron, which is kind of like a soft ripened cheese. And that's melted with Pleasant Ridge Reserve and various vegetables and served in cast iron. Our entrees are
served in cast iron?
Yep, served in cast iron. It goes to the pizza oven. It's melted and served with some roasted bread. So, and everything revolves around what we have available locally. So our menu changes all the time.
Yeah. The opposite of fast food. Slow food, slow, local, all those things. But it applies to different things. Just keep going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I must be very proud of what you've accomplished.
We are, and sometimes I'm astonished with where we when we started.
Like coming to Sun Prairie, that was Yep. Who would have thought to do that?
It's nice to do it in the suburbs. Like in the city of Madison, there's plenty of places where you can find local food.
Yeah, but people are making the trail out there. They blaze new trails from some fields, and the farmers are really upset about the Sun Prairie area. They're beating a path to your door. You can't get in there.
Friday, Saturday nights are a little bit slow.
Yeah. And are you thinking of mass producing these and going and syndicating the valve thing? Place here and there? And
Never, no.
just freeze them up and then you just have to reheat them locally.
No, I don't think you could ever do that. There's far too much work involved in getting it the way that we want it.
In your plans, do you see maybe going to, not leaving this trip, but going to another sort of restaurant with a different focus? Or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're looking for a spot now in either Madison or really close to Madison.
And so where would the focus be in this?
It would be. We would still do our tomato pies, but I'd be able to do a lot more in the way because our restaurant is kind of small and prairie, and we really want to do farm to table Italian, and that's usually what we try to do on Friday and Saturday nights. But usually I only have entrees available.
Yeah. So what entree do you have, like, on your bucket list of entree?
Handmade tacos, roasted meat, like local lambs, that sort of thing. Again, prepared with pork. Well, we make pork cheddar. Pork cheddar is one of my favorite things to eat, even though it's